In this video, we're going to have a little chat with you about the shapes of spaceships that has been exhibited during the recent sci-fi movies. And I think they have enough budget for the so-called big production. One is from Man of Steel. If you see on the right-hand side, the bottom side of this figure, of this slides, the figure shows that this is the general of from the Kryptonite, that he has fought with Superman. I think the point that we have observed from the design of the spaceship is that it really looks like a teeth. And we know that from all those dentists who have studied the teeth structures, a lot of even the force and also dynamics that has been carefully examined. That means if you have a study the human body for a long time, you probably will get some inspirations when you uh, trying to deport porting the designs to the spaceships. So this is one of the inspiration that we can see because some of the roots of the tooth is like that. Now, the other part is for the passengers. The passengers movies, it has shown that uh, when the spaceship has been running automatically by very highly intelligent and also has some very strong recovery systems, it could still not defend the hit of a meteorite showers. So and also the comets. So that's why the uh, the major character he has been woken up. So, but we have suspected there might be some other possible issues for such kind of design. First, uh, that even though the prediction or the automatic piloting system of the spaceship is smart enough, but maybe for deviating or getting a detour of the traveling routes might not be able to get it back a track on time, or actually they could not do that. This might origin from some potential reasons. First, it could be the case that since the whole universe they're trying to rotate, even though you're trying to get the coordination systems from all those very outer space, far away stars or systems that looks relative to you, at least from the light years conditions, it's always fixed like that. But maybe for all those planets or other objects floating along the space, it could just rotate or move all the time. So it's hard to figure out the correct coordination. But these things could be defeated by when the guardians of that ship, when he woke up. I think inside of the cabin, they do have panels trying to locate all the pre-scheduled routes. That means there might exist some issues for the fuels. If they try to avoid it for the comets or the meteor showering, then they might exist some other costs. So they would rather just use and take advantage of the shape designs of the spaceship. It looks very look like the drilling machine. So if the ship is like drilling machine, so the rotating has some two benefit. The first benefit is that because instead of the spaceship, they might need some artificial gravity. So they take advantage of the creating of the artificial gravity in order to build the shield. So this is the same design that has used for two purposes. I guess that's why the authors of the movie they're trying to emphasize this part instead of finding the routes, because a lot of computers it has been shown to be smart enough to do something for the passengers, but probably just because of the failure and also the cascading behavior, it forces all those who trying to depend on social the sorry artificial intelligence passengers to wake up in order to learn something. So that's what it is. Thanks for listening to this video. And by the way, we might have some other inspired traveling salesman problems just guided from that. Because if you are traveling along the galaxy, there do exist conditions that you will always get. And also visiting all those deserted or those non-biologically inspired planets. So in order to prepare that from the movies, they have tried to plan the trees and also they try to raise the animals just in case that once they do the immigrations, everything will be okay for that condition. But is it possible that the way that we want will need some optimizations for that? Because if we cannot get closer to a planet, we don't know what kind of resource they have and what kind of resource they do not have, so that we can just put all of those as a sponsorship or supplement stations or like gas stations of that. From the smaller scales of that of the design inside of the movies, uh, the major characters and also the actress when they just get out from the ships, they do always exist all those tentacle gears trying to protect their being thrown out of that. That means they can track their steps of the spaceship. But however, if your scale has been enlarged instead of the galaxy level, and you want to put something like explore some minings or explore some good things, or you're trying to put, for example, like solar panel power plants on some solar system uh, as some temporary stops, then the choosing of the spots might be not that easy to do that. So I guess from that point, we have some other theoretical problems that might need to be solved for that, especially when it has been put according to the embodied conditions. So thanks for listening to this video.